welcome to the latest version of Anfield Road Worlds. Tonight we're going to have an alternative starting 11 of Signo players. We're just going to run through some players that have spent more time on the sidelines than they have on the pitch. So it should be a bit of fun. Tonight I'm joined by Craig, by Steve, Gav, and I'm Jonathan. So let's get stuck into this, folks. Who's all those players that you laugh at that blend all the time on the physio table? Gav, anyone spring to mind?
This is a Premier League one, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll go Premier League.
Have we decided on a formation? Because we beat
No,
you
we're
about
not.
these all
No,
the time.
listen, I'm not going into the formation thing. We'll only end up killing each other.
So that's a 4-3-3.
Goalkeepers.
4-3-3, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna argue for 4-4-2 in about 15 minutes. Goalkeepers is hard enough. I thought Chris Kirkland straight away.
That's a good shout. Good shout.
You know, Chris Kirkland seemed to play a game and then
He saw her back every week.
he saw it back and then
those niggly groin strains.
and
as
then
well.
he was writing letters home to his man. Then his tongue was swollen because of it and stuff like that. I'll put Chris Kirkland down for a minute and let the other lads have a think, and then come back to me. I might find someone else.
Yeah, anyone else spring to mind there? Kirkland's a very good shout.
It is a good show, to be fair. Kirkland's a damn point show. It's very rare you get a Signo goalkeeper, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
because goalies kind of they go their career late in the career.
Only
Play in their
Mignolet had
40s.
this issue.
Yeah.
If only Mignolet had this issue.
Oh, leave him alone, he's great.
There we go. He's having a great time in Australia. One speaks to mind. Maybe is David James. All the time he used to stay up playing.
Sick in the head though.
With his PlayStation. I'm sure he damaged his thumbs there.
What about Shay Given? Did he have a couple of injuries over his career?
I think that was later on in his career, though, wasn't it?
For Ireland, he went like 25 years without missing the training session, didn't he? I think
Yeah,
He did.
25 years.
he seemed to.
forever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Shay Given was injured. I think it was just more he fell out of favour at clubs.
While
didn't
we're on this goalkeeper and we're talking about Shay Given, what the fuck are they feeding people up in Donegal? Like, we get Packy Bonner out of it and then Shay Given follows him straight away. Like, the last 30 years ago, goalkeeper's been off in
he?
Donegal.
Yeah, but look at the bleeding brute we have now.
We could do another Donegal here, there, couldn't we? Maybe Coleman will have to go on goal with his leg. Doesn't
Just standing there in
recover.
crutches, just
Somebody has to
flinging
go, or
crutches
Given's
at
going to have
people.
to play till he's 60 or something.
Probably will.
Randolph.
He's
is-
retired, isn't he? He's definitely gone. Yeah, Given's gone.
I'll come back for a snack box.
I'm trying. No, I'm trying to go through all the because like the smaller clubs in the Premier League, you wouldn't know if the keeper's injured. Like, you don't care about them, do you?
Yeah, no.
So you're trying to think of like
Everton is still
Bosnich kind of he wasn't injured. I think
was
that
he?
was
Was Bosnich injured or was he?
yeah.
I think he might have got
He
his
was on
nose
the
there.
Yeah, no, I think he had the sniffles alright.
Runny nose there.
Maybe not. I can't think of anyone more injury prone than Chris
No,
Kirkland.
It is a good show.
Kirkland's a good shout.
Will we go with him?
We'll go Kirkland. I think.
Oh, and by the way, are we only allowed to have one player off each team as we go through this, like in the last one?
I don't know, we
No.
haven't discussed the rules in
I
that much
think
detail.
we'll let
We'll
this
see
one
how
fall.
we get on, but we just try and not be too Liverpool biased, I think, in this one.
Well, Kirkland isn't Liverpool
Yeah,
boys.
but there's another fella we all have in mind, Liverpool as well. It's going to be in the team.
Yeah,
at
but
some
he
stage.
was he's made a bleeding Chris.
Do you remember that when we bought Kirkland? We had Kirkland and we bought what's his face at the same time.
Dudek.
No, Scott Carson.
No, Scott
Oh,
Carson was
Dudek.
later
No,
on.
he was
Dudek
later.
But with
and-
two young keepers, and I remember thinking, the Scott Carson went in against Juventus, didn't he, in the Champions League?
Yeah, no.
He did.
What happened was with them.
Westerveld got
Westerveld was
yeah.
binge, yeah.
He was some cunt.
And
He messed up against Bolton. I remember he
Right.
got beaten 2-1.
yeah,
He made
and
a few mishaps in that one.
basically they signed the two keepers on the same day. I think a couple of days later, which was Kirkland and Dudek. Carson came along later on, around 2004. I think it was his debut season because he was only around 19. I think when he played against Juventus that time.
Do you remember that game though? He had a smashing game and he just
And he
won
let
the
one in from
stake.
Cannavaro.
And he did have a good game, like
Yeah, he did, but
really
it
good
bounced in
game.
front of him and he dived under it. I think he was on the take. But no, I can't think of anyone else but Kirkland.
Who do we buy? Was it Sheffield Wednesday or who do we
Kirkland,
buy?
Coventry.
Coventry.
Coventry, yeah. Wasn't he recommended by Gary McAllister? I think
Yeah.
he
How
recommended.
much did we buy him for? Was it 11 million? Was it?
It was a decent amount of money we paid for him, yeah. I don't know, it might have been.
Was that Dudek that was for 11 million and he was for 8 or 9 million? It could have been.
No, they were two decent fees, I think. But I
Yeah,
can't
they
think
were.
of-
They were too close. They were two decent fees, as you said. Like we weren't on the cheap. Like
I think if I remember at the time, did we pay more for Kirkland than did we?
Yeah, I
for
think
Dudek?
we did.
That's what I
For-
thought.
for
Yeah, no.
Dudek, him
I
being English.
think I will. But I can't think of anyone else.
No,
that
no,
I
would
don't like
recommend.
any of these really tall keepers that have to almost fall before the shots to get to the ground. Like so
Yeah.
they're always guessing
Yeah.
that he's going to hit it low before.
Yeah, no, but I can't think of anyone else other than him at the minute.
So we'll go Kirkland.
Kirkland's a good shout for goalie that's nailed on. Steve, right back.
Tony Hibbert.
Tony Hibbert.
That's an interesting one.
Is he sick now? Apart from being
I don't
a
know.
fucking Egypt, like was he?
I don't know if Tony Hibbert.
I can't remember.
I always just Tony Hibbert was thought Tony Hibbert was gone.
He's been injured something like 768 days over his footballing career.
Oh, but he's played for about 10 years, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's 2 years. I suppose he's a show.
2 years of being injured, like that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
when you
but
think about
This
it.
since 2011, he's been out for 768 days.
So later on in his career, we're talking.
We're talking 5, 6 years, go to 5, 6 years.
He's been out too.
So
yeah.
he's been out by
Jesus,
a while.
40% of the entire fucking year, like that's
Yeah, he's
what's
a
that in
bad show.
seasons? To be fair, like that's fucking. That's a
I'm
lot.
trying to think of like defenders, that constantly come back and then he broke down, and he came on the pitch and he broke down again.
Was
Like
Johnson not injury prone? Now, I know he's a Liverpool player, but he also played a lot of other clubs. Like, but was he
Yeah.
not in and out with injuries, or am I just imagining that?
well, I just think that, I know we're talking right backs, but straight away when I think of players that are constantly coming back and he's broken down again, is Vincent Kompany. He must have made
Yeah.
about
Oh, he's a centre back
26
now, isn't he?
yeah, but I'm just saying for defenders overall, like he must have made about 26 comebacks in the last season and a half,
And his head keeps getting bigger.
yeah.
Every time he comes back,
No,
he looks more like the brain from
I
Pinky
think
and
his
the Brain.
body is getting smaller. I don't think his head is getting bigger.
Did you ever see the little?
Because I'm nearly
video
sure
of
that
the
I'm-
kid
no, I'm
running
nearly
around
sure
that
that-
looks like big angry fucker. Looks like Vincent Kompany.
Do you remember that
Yeah,
Snickers ad? Do you remember the Snickers ad? He says, "What do you mean I got nothing to worry about?"
Who's
Remember
that?
That's your man. He was this bit of Vincent Kompany on it.
No, I can't remember that.
No, it's not coming to me either.
Yeah.
I can't get that little kid out of my head now.
But you see, the thing is, I don't think Vincent Kompany's head's getting bigger. I think his body's getting smaller. I'd say if you looked up, his stats from 2011, he's about 6'3", and now he's just down to 6'1".
He's had to be
Oh,
pushed
he's
into the
5'8"
ground
now. He's 5'8" now. All the cartilage is breaking down his body. He's collapsing in
So
himself.
having to keep trim a bit off the bottom every time
Do
he
you know what
goes
else I
in.
was thinking about? Terry Phelan. Didn't he pull a few hamstrings over his
Yeah,
career?
he was constantly. Yeah, he's a good
He
shout
was.
actually as a
He's
left back.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's a good shout as a left back because he constantly ran too fast for his own
Well,
body.
hang on
Yeah.
now, left back. That you have to look at Fabio Aurelio as well as a left back.
Aurelio.
As a
Oh yeah,
second
he
row.
was constantly injured, and
That
everyone-
wasn't that, by the way. That was Jonathan Show from earlier on. That
Yeah.
wasn't mine.
Yeah, Aurelio's not a bad show either. But right back, if Tony Hibbert's fucking injured 2 years, like
2 years.
He's
is
but do
ridiculous.
you know what the gas thing is? He's fucking brutal,
Oh,
and he's
awful,
injured
isn't
for 2 years out of the last 6, and he managed to get a contract right up to the last season.
He did, and got a testimonial as well, didn't he?
Did he get a testimonial?
I think he did.
Oh, against Villarreal, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
And now isn't he hanging on with fucking
He's fishing.
Tony Bellio as well, though?
Yeah, no, he fishes. That's all he does. He goes fishing. That's Tony Hibbert's thing.
If someone's missed 2 years
I
in the
think
last
he
6, I
does
think
the
they have
gardening
to.
now. Bill Kenway's back or something like that.
Yeah, no, he's in.
Yeah.
I'll put him down for the minute. Yeah.
Yeah, he's nailed on for right back there. So I think we've covered kind of Kompany is one of those nailed all centre halves. Who's your other centre halves, Gav? What any other ones come to mind?
Phil Jones.
Yeah, Gav. Any other ones come to mind?
Sorry, Gav.
Any fucking Liverpool centre half of the last 3 years as well would do this one, but we're not going to go Liverpool boys.
No,
You just think of companies.
Crazy face Phil Jones has to get in there. Come on, he's always fucking in
No,
there.
we had him in the ugliest 11.
Yeah.
all
I'm
the
not
emojis, all the different emojis of Phil Jones. Like,
The only thing is, like, you don't know if Phil. You see with the faces he's making, you don't know whether that's just his face or whether he's in pain.
that's his cum face.
So you know what I mean? Yeah, but it
Vinegar
could be.
strokes, we call that one.
But it could be. But you see, you don't know whether he's injured or whether he's
I'm not having Phil
and in
Jones.
pain.
I'm not having him. I'm not having
No,
another conversation about Phil
there's
Jones.
there's definitely more centre halves out there, and it's hard because you can only think of probably so many clubs because smaller clubs you don't know their injuries. You don't,
Yeah.
Paul McGrath. Dodgy knees, Paul McGrath.
and he'd make it.
I had
because
a
he played the
conversation
Premier League,
last
didn't he?
night on
Aston Villa,
the.
Man
We did a
United.
podcast on the best Premier League 11 of all time, and Paul McGrath came up or something in conversation with Matt, and Matt just couldn't believe that I actually thought he was a good defender. And I
What?
said, you go back and watch fucking USA 94 and see him against Italy and tell me.
Paul McGrath. Not only that, Paul McGrath was one of the best midfielders in around when he played in the 1990 World Cup, and
Paul
then he
McGrath
played
was-
centre half 94. The only problem with Paul McGrath was mad about a drink.
And
It's
his
like
knee-
a
and
brick
his
wall.
His
knees.
knees, but his knees
His
were gone.
dodgy
But
knees.
it was more the
It was
drink
the
as well. He was a
gargle more than
proper
Yeah, I
drinker.
was. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely the mentality. He wasn't. He didn't really fight back when he got bad injuries.
He's better
He
now
hit-
though.
Hit the gargle.
Yeah, he's living down in
He's
Wexford.
better now. He's much better now.
Yeah.
But
He lives down in Wexford now.
Paul
not
McGrath
far
would
away
be a shout as well.
Craig, any ideas there?
No, not on the centre half now, but I think I can't get my head past Vincent Company. Once you said that, that's
No,
like
I think
the
Vincent
king of-
Company's nailed. I think
Get past his head.
Paul
Company got
McGrath
him
is a
down.
good shout.
Company's big head is right there in the
There
middle.
has to be more sick note centre backs.
I just feel sorry because
Hang
his
on,
whole
Per-
body's collapsing in on him. I think it's terrible that we're putting
Per
him in this thing.
Mertesacker has been injured a lot for Arsenal. Who else?
Well, the only thing is, Per Mertesacker has
He's
played a
about
good couple of
70,
years.
like, yeah.
He was injured all. Was he injured all?
What
last
about
season,
your man
or
that
did he not
played
play?
for is it Papadopoulos or whatever the fuck his name is?
But
that
it's
player?
Premier League, you see.
Oh, we're sticking with Premier
Yeah, we
League.
stick
are
with
we?
Yeah.
Premier League. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you went worldwide, it'd be too easy. But no, it's definitely Company and
Are we going with McGrath?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, Ledley King.
oh god,
Oh,
yeah.
How we
Did
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Did he ever even play football?
He's captain. He's captain.
I totally forgotten about him. I didn't
Actually, he's
realise
not
he plays-
captain because there's a player coming up later, and he's definitely.
Lenny King.
He's
Yeah.
captain,
Well-
chairman, managing director. He's everything.
Yeah.
There's a couple though. We can have an argument about this unless you're thinking of the same lad.
We'll go KK in the middle there. I think Company and King.
And I only called it King because again, he was another one we thought of last night in the best Premier League 11 because
I can't
he was
put-
that good
Yeah,
when he
he
did
was.
play.
He was a great player, but like,
And that's how Paul McGrath came up because we talked about not training so much and
yeah,
him, and it was similar thing. Like they just wheel him out for the games. Like
yeah. So, are we going for Aurelio, King,
Is there,
Company?
is there everyone happy with Aurelio?
Yeah, over
I-
Terry Phelan, I think.
I think, yeah,
Aurelio
he
was
was.
just constantly injured, and people kept saying he's such a good footballer, and he was so injured, and then he actually left the club, didn't he? And a couple of weeks later, came back and signed the contract for Liverpool.
I always liked him though.
Oh,
I always,
he
was a fantastic footballer.
Defend and go forward.
Yeah,
like,
and he's good at set
and
pieces.
he's Reese said he was his favourite left back in the Premier League after himself.
I
Did
did
he?
rate Reece
Yeah.
as a left back. To be
No,
fair.
Reece didn't
There's
really-
too much goodwill for
No.
Reece for me on Twitter.
Reece
like,
after about 2004-5 at a push was fucking awful for Liverpool. I don't care what anyone says.
yeah, I'm on
Yeah.
that boat.
You know,
yes.
I liked it when he was left back and he just, when he started out and he put him kind of pushed up a little bit and he could just fly up and down the wing. And no, problem with Reece was when he had to think, you could forget about it. When he could just run up and down the wing and last shots and stuff, yeah, happy days. But
Straight lines, Reese really was.
Yeah, yeah.
that
there was no-
rocket went left to his left foot as well. He didn't score that many great goals, did he? Like
Well, he had
after
about 7 shots a
2005,
game. Like
Yeah, lost his legs.
He's just
and-
blasting
he
over
did
the bar
score a
from
goal.
50,
He did
60
score a
yards
few,
long.
like the one at home to United.
Oh yeah, that was
I love-
2002, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
2001.
Yeah, I love the. He scored a cracker at Birmingham in the cup when we beat them. I think it was 7-0.
7-0 on the night show.
Yeah.
He scored a cracker at West Brom away.
West Brom, yeah.
My favourite goal for him was actually Chelsea in the cup semi at Old Trafford from the free kick.
Oh,
The indirect free kick, where
Yeah,
he just passed it to
and he
him
went- he went
kicked
under
it
the
in.
wall.
Yeah.
it's nice.
But no, just
the biggest actually fucking piss taker for me is this whole thing about Ronaldo being a free kick specialist. He doesn't have bollocks.
I think he scored about 2 free kicks.
There's much better free kick. Like your man that plays for Juventus now, that used to play for Roma. What's his
Oh,
name?
Pjanic.
Yeah, he's a much better striker for free kick.
Yeah. No, it's all just because he sets up and puts his arm out as if he's fucking in Dirty Dancing. He's going to
Yeah.
run down and someone's going to
Goes
catch
full
him.
on Johnny Wilkinson. Like, God, he's sorted out, just putting his hands together
he's
and
a
jumping up
fucking
and down on the
amazing
spot.
player.
He's not playing anymore, I don't think, but Juninho,
He's gone.
Pembercano, I think his name was, he played for Leon.
For Leon, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
He was unbelievable at taking
What's
free
it?
kicks.
Was it
Just the
Juninho?
dip and swerve that used to go.
Yeah, he just
when
hit a
when
flush.
He kicked it.
Phil
Unbelievable.
Coutinho's starting to fucking learn how to take a free kick now, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't mind a few. I don't mind a few players in my team that are able to
I
do
mentioned Marco Verratti the other day in the pod with you, Gavin. It looks like he's gone to fucking Barcelona now. Well, it's been muted as gone to
Usman
Barcelona.
Dembele's
And
linked to me as
Osman
well.
Dembele as well, yeah. They're buying for the future to fucking do
That's a
anything.
good boy, to be fair.
Mm,
Like,
yeah,
that
great
is a
signing.
good boy.
Well, that's
So what's our team so,
So
far?
at the moment,
Because
we've
this is more of a fucking random chat about
we
transfers.
just
now,
waffle on. That's the way things go. So we have Kirkland in goal, and then we have a back four of Tony Hibbett, Company, King, and Aurelio.
Okay.
So
So now we're either going 3 or 4 in midfield.
I think we'll go now. We'll go to the middle of the pitch. Steve, any of these?
We're going 3 or 4, though. We have to sort this out.
Abu Diaby.
Great show.
Good shout.
Yeah,
Good
great show.
He
Never
was
played for
al-
Arsenal.
yeah, he
I
was
think we got
always
three- I
injured.
think we got
And
3
he was
trees, like,
actually,
I think
he
a
actually
forward.
wasn't bad on the ball now. He was decent.
He was a really
enough,
good
like,
footballer. He
He was just big and gangly, wasn't he?
but he
Like,
never.
He got a lot of
His-
stick at
his
Arsenal
posture,
for
like-
ages, though.
wasn't great.
And then they realised he was actually an alright footballer. But for a good while at Arsenal, he was getting a good bit of stick.
Yeah, but no, he's a great show. I never even thought of him. Great show.
I have another midfielder show.
There's another one that springs to mind.
Darren
straight away.
Anderton has to,
He's the captain.
Darren Anderson's more
Darren
right
Anderson.
midfield though,
yeah,
isn't he? Yeah.
but he's
Well, he can still play.
But he's a
in the middle.
You could
midfielder.
play him on the right.
I think
He's only
midfield
going to
three,
be
yeah.
lying down somewhere, so you can lie down wherever
Yeah.
you want on the pitch.
He's not going to be moving.
Yeah, he's not gonna
going to be
push
moving.
you.
He's just going to be lying there. Just,
he was Coventry at first before Spurs, was he?
no, Portsmouth.
Portsmouth,
He
yeah.
scored against Liverpool in the cup semi-final.
Did
in
Portsmouth
90
exist back
two.
then? I
I think
didn't
he had.
Yeah, that was before the bell. Before he rang a bell. No, he scored at Highbury in the 92
I
cup
thought I
semi
could have
against
sworn he
Liverpool.
was at Coventry, but look, that's my memory playing.
Maybe before Portsmouth, but he definitely went in Portsmouth to Spurs because Liverpool played Portsmouth in the cup semi-final at Highbury in 92, and he'd scored, and Liverpool were on the verge of going out, and Barnes puts a free kick over the wall and hits the post, comes across the line, Ronnie Whelan puts it in. We beat them on penalties
I
in the
remember
replay
that.
in Villa Park.
We beat Sunderland in the final that year, didn't we?
92, yeah.
92,
Yeah.
yeah.
We beat Portsmouth on penalties at Villa Park in the replay.
Right, so
And I always remember them saying Anderson will definitely get a move when he went to Spurs.
the other midfielder is pretty easy as well,
I think
though.
this one is the tight trousers on Sky for anyone.
Or there's that you see, or you've Jack Wilshere,
Jack Wheelchair.
and then as you're saying, you're talking about Jamie Redknapp.
Indeed, yeah. Redknapp has to go there for
Well,
me.
we have subs.
We could
so
go
we can,
we could go subs. Yeah, that's a fair shout. We'll go subs
I tell you what, I'd probably go Wiltshire because
because
Redknapp. No, in fairness, if you watch Redknapp signed with Liverpool in 90 was it?
1990 it was.
It was 90 in around that.
1990, yeah.
So you have to remember, like if you watch Redknapp through the seasons, I'm not too sure on the stats, but I reckon he played a fair amount of games for Liverpool. We've seen 90 and probably 97.
His knees just
98.
went then.
I don't think he played in 1990. I don't think he got a medal.
No.
You
I
use
think
Wiltshire
he
against-
signed as a
I nearly said Premier League medal there.
he signed as a youth. He signed by Kenny Dalglish. Was
Steve Highway.
He was signed as an apprentice. wasn't
Steve
he?
Highway found him, didn't he?
That's Steve Highway, lad. Yeah,
Aye,
he's a
he's-
legend.
he's
That's
a
Steve
good lad,
Highway.
he's
lad.
good.
but
If only we could
Great
get him
lad.
on a pod there sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe.
but
Good old Steve.
So
No,
how-
he
are we
get-
down 3 or 2?
So
I'd go Wiltshire. I'd go Wiltshire as a 3 because
So
the thing about Wiltshire is he's built up as this fucking, the saviour of English football for so long, and he's made of fucking crisps. Like, you know what I mean? You kick him and he just
Ramsey then came
disintegrates.
out of nowhere.
Mascherano
almost,
has
to
more
show
goals
who the better
than, doesn't he?
player was.
like
Mascherano scored as many goals as Jack Wheelchair.
No,
I
it's
can't help but say
You're
Wheelchair.
talking
when
about
I think
Mascherano
about
then, and fucking Vertonghen came. Is it Vertonghen who went to Barcelona from
Vermaelen.
Vermaelen? Yeah, he was a
yeah.
total sick note at Barcelona
Yeah.
as well. wasn't he?
Yeah,
The most exciting thing he did at Barcelona was get his car rammed in the car park. Do you remember that after one came there?
and then he
Oh,
got. Isn't that the season
after
that he
playing
won
Madrid,
everything
was
and he got medals for everything?
Exactly.
Got-
Yeah, and he
went
just
Yeah.
full John Terry like.
He
yeah.
joined the last 6 games of the season or something and scored. I think he scored an important
I
goal
don't
in
even
one of
think
the
he
games.
played enough to get it, but in Spain the rules are different. He just got medals for everything.
Yeah,
he won the treble.
just felt sorry for himself.
2014-15 or whatever it was.
So we usually say box to box defenders, but I think in this case it might be coffin to coffin because we've Anderson, Diaby, and Wiltshire in the middle of the field.
That was some beautiful
That's
signals.
some
signal
water
players
carries
there,
there.
like.
Anderson, Diaby, and Wiltshire.
Wiltshire.
So it's 3.
We'll go with
That
I
is
think-
some serious sickness.
I don't want to touch that 3. So I think we'll go for another 3 up front if you guys can think.
Sure,
Yeah,
we've got
Craig.
the subs to come back to up front.
Go,
Look,
Craig.
fucking, I'm going to be hated for this, but the obvious one is fucking Monsieur Sturridge. Like he's.
Yeah, Sturridge is.
Glass.
No, I know.
Oh, glass.
I've wheeled out this stat as well before that Henderson has missed more games than Sturridge.
But it doesn't feel like
No,
it.
it doesn't.
feel like
I think it's because we're much more hurt when Sturridge isn't around.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just Henderson. It's fairly well explained as to what his injury is and how he has to deal with it and stuff like that. Whereas Sturridge, it's his hip, it's his calf, it's his back, it's his elbow, it's
He's
his
going to see his
just
specialist.
every part of his body. It's
You can
hypochondria, like, you know.
It's been, was it 50% of the games possible he could have
Remember,
played? He's
wasn't it-
missed.
Was it last summer or the summer
Couple
before?
round.
He was doing that huge big. No, it wasn't even. It was in the middle of the season. He was doing that thing in America. He was training.
That
with
was
the-
when Klopp made him do a proper pre-season, wasn't it? Even though it was midway through.
Where was he? He was training over in Stanford University.
Yeah,
or
Boston
somewhere.
somewhere, I think. Yeah.
He was giving out the full beans, putting up videos. And now, did you see this summer? There was a video of him with that ball thing between his legs. Was anybody else looking at that going, "Oh, don't turn too sharply, just relax there"?
I just thought of Owen Hardy straight away. Do you remember one summer? I'm actually surprised he didn't.
Oh, Hargreaves is a good
Hargreaves,
shout as well. Yeah.
He's
Maybe-
probably the
maybe-
most injured fucking player.
But the only thing is, I think Hargreaves, like,
Again, it was at one club he was injured, wasn't he? Grand at Bayern Munich.
yeah, it was when he got to United. He
Didn't
had
Fergie say it
probably-
was his biggest mistake? Him signing
Fucking
Owen Hargreaves.
Bebe and fucking.
I know,
Yeah.
that's the
Who was
players
the
you could think
keeper?
about. What did he buy him off on YouTube?
There's another 11 as well, worse boys. That's another 11.
I think that's another.
Oh, yeah,
that's just
Who was the
discussion.
keeper that United bought that was absolute pants? But
Massimo
Twiggy, yeah.
Like
Twiggy.
Matt Letizia.
Remember, yeah, when he played Southampton, yeah. With 3-all or something that game, yeah.
So you're going Sturridge to
So
start.
Sturridge is a shout.
Yeah.
Steve, another shout.
Oh, we never included fucking another Liverpool player. We never included Kuhl anywhere in this team.
Well, he can still.
I don't. Yeah, well, I think more.
I'd have Kuhl in over Sturridge if I'm being honest.
No, but see, I think I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think it's a bit deceiving overkill. I think he seemed to miss big games, or he seemed to see that Champions
Rob's
League.
the place in the Champions
Yeah,
League final.
I know. But look, at the end of the day, he didn't pick the team. Benitez did, so
Another
you'll take it up with him.
ex-Liverpool player, Andy Carroll. He's always fucking injured.
He is always injured.
he's only in the middle of his fucking career.
Yeah,
now,
true. He's a long way to go. That's a good shout.
I think Sturridge is way more than all them, though.
Sturridge just seemed to be from that effect.
No, you see, you have to look at Sturridge's goal record. And his goal record is something in the region of 54 goals in 106 appearances or something.
I suppose it's
mad
hard
like
to
that.
tell with him.
So
as
now,
well.
but you have to, but you see, the thing
He
is,
was at
100
Chelsea
and,
and City. He didn't get he wasn't getting game time either. So it's hard to tell if.
yeah, but you have to remember, he's at Liverpool 5 years.
See that long?
Or
at Liverpool?
four. He's at Liverpool 4.5 years. So in 4.5 years, he's played 100 games
Yeah, and he's only
or
had
whatever.
two-
Well, now look,
He's had two good
somebody's going to look
spells.
at him and go, it's actually 120
I
fucking
wonder,
nine.
can Grizz just come on there and just check the stats first?
Yeah,
He's had two good spells. He had the good spell on loan at Bolton, and that was only fucking half a season or something. And then he
Yeah.
had the season with
Him and
Spurs.
Jack
no, he had the
Wilshere
half
were the same
season when he
team
joined
this
Liverpool, and
season.
then he had 13-14 as well.
Yeah, but he had a good spell at Bolton.
Decent spell of ball as well.
Yeah. You see, I always remember when Liverpool signed Balotelli, and I thought, if you can get him up front with Sturridge, they could be good. And they started together away to Spurs,
They looked decent together.
and they looked decent, and then
Even though
Sturridge went away and
Balotelli
into
missed
Yeah,
the
but
both
only
his
after getting him out of the
chances.
system.
But no, but like what I'm saying is, like that's how far back we're going. To someone
Marseille, by the
2014.
way, is the latest
Don't tell
one.
me you're a Balotelli fan, eh?
No, I'm not a Balotelli fan at all. But what I'm trying to say is that was the summer of 2014. So you have to now. He went away on international duty, I think, and hurt himself.
Who?
Sturridge, yeah.
After the
Oh,
Spurs game, and ever since then, I can't remember a big run of Sturridge in the team. So you're going. You're nearly at 3 years now. So I think Sturridge is nailed on.
I
I think the only time he went on a little run. Remember when we challenged for the league title, and Suarez was suspended for like 9 games, and Sturridge actually stayed in the team and scored some important
Yeah, he
goals.
scored. Didn't he score
3-1
3-1-0s at the start of the
Yeah,
season?
yeah,
or
I
something
think
like
he
that?
actually won more points for Liverpool than anybody else in that season. Even though Suarez
Yeah,
scored
yeah.
20 odd goals,
Yeah.
I think
Sturridge did win more games.
I think
more
Andy
winning
Carroll
kind
is
of
a
goal.
good shout as well, though. To be fair,
Carroll's injured a lot, especially at West Ham. Now he's been injured a lot.
Yeah.
What was he like at
Tripped
Newcastle
over
and
his
Liverpool
ponytail.
though?
I don't.
Newcastle's hard to say because he only really had one season, didn't he?
Yeah.
There, where
He came to
broke
Liverpool
through.
injured though,
He
didn't he?
came injured.
He joined
Came
injured.
in a medical helicopter. Didn't he?
Yeah, his ponytail coming in his ponytail.
Jesus, yeah, he
Definitely
might
at
be a
West
shout.
Ham, he's bollocks. Like, he's
Oh yeah,
bollocks to
yeah, but
West
you
Ham.
see, you have to remember, there's only so much fucking jumping up in the air and heading and landing you can do. You know
He's
what I
an
mean?
animal when he's fit, though.
Oh, he's an animal when he's fit, but
Do you
he's
remember
only an
the goal
animal if
against
you
Man,
play.
Man City, he scored for us.
Yeah, but he's only an animal if you play to a certain style. You know what I mean? There's
But
only one. He's one dimensional, and that's put the ball up there and go
Gav,
for it.
he got rid of Andy Carroll with Brendan Rodgers, and then he brought in Ricky Lambert the season after. That's what I can't really understand.
Yeah, but he obviously thought Ricky Lambert is a better
He thought
footballer.
he could play on the ground.
That's not what
but he
happened.
was very
If you
wrong,
want
wasn't
job,
he?
he wanted to run around the gaff, and he knew he'd get away with it.
Exactly. Anyways, going back to this, are we going Carl or any other shouts?
I'm actually trying to think of it further back.
We still need one more anyway, even if we went with Carroll, we still only have two.
Any other shouts? Will
Martin Dahl in. Well, he barely played for Blackburn, didn't he?
We've had some really go back a couple of years now as well. You think of Owen and Fowler, God,
Yeah,
they,
we can't.
they were injured as well. But
Try not.
Yeah, but
too many
I think
Liverpool
they were more. I think that was more of a big injury. Like, I'm trying to think of players that just constantly have niggly injuries. I'm not talking cruciates and different things like that. You know, that's what I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to go back a bit further.
Let's go
in the
back to
Premier
the
League.
teams. United is pretty much, well, no, Van Persie at Arsenal, he has to be a shout.
Van Persie at Arsenal is a good shout.
Was he injured a lot?
He
At
was.
Arsenal, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Huge amount.
And
Then he had
when-
one good season, then United bought him
Yeah,
for
that's when he
ridiculous
went.
money.
When he joined United, he didn't get injured, did he? Like for the first season he was there, he was banging the goals in.
Arsenal fans were going off the head at the time because it was
He
the
did
first.
one decent season
first
where he scored
season.
32 or
Yeah.
something like that, and then United came in and bought him.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout then. I'm just trying to go back to mid-90s, or I'm trying to think of all the
Dion
bigger
Dublin-esque.
clubs.
Dion Dublin era.
Yeah.
Just think of them forwards back then. Dion Dublin, fucking Niall
Shearer.
Quinn, Alan Shearer,
Shearer.
yeah, fuck's sake.
Quinn had quite a few injuries though, didn't he? He had problems with his back.
But all them tall players do, because
Yeah.
look, I'll tell you, go out into the garden, right? Jump as high as you fucking can and land 20 fucking times, and you'll feel your back. You know what I mean? So,
Crouch used to be an alright with his back, hasn't he?
yeah.
I think it's all the robot.
It's
all the
not.
robots and all,
He
he
weighs
just keeps
3
it.
stone. There's no way he's in the ground. You know what I mean?
There's no damage in him. It's
No,
the
it's
floor.
like a fucking no.
I
He's
think it's all the
Fucking love Crouch.
things he does.
Yeah, I
doing
love
with
him
his
as well.
sexy misses on a daily basis that is keeping that back really strong.
Nice and flexible.
Strong
Nice and
posture.
flexible, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm. You see, you hear way more about injuries now. Like
Yeah,
you're more exposed to them.
So who was it? Was it Ian Callaghan or something that fucked up his leg and he said, "Oh, my foot's fucked," and he said, "Not your foot, son, it's Liverpool Football Club's foot."
Yeah, but you see, like if you go back, try to think back 10, 15 years, you didn't know injury updates. You know, you might know for your own team. Oh, he's not playing this week. You wouldn't go into it. Why is he not playing? And
I know this is a
This
bit
is-
See
about.
all these
What
men-
about Collymore? How much? I know he had his.
that was depression as well. Though I think
he was
physically
spending
ill.
most of his career in the car park.
On
Yeah.
the stick note, though, to be fair, you're still getting paid a wage by a football club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but I think to be fair, there's
there's more mental issues to that than physical.
It's called
definitely was
look,
underlying
I
problems.
suffer with them myself. Well, it's called mental health at the end of the day, like. So it is as much of it. Look, I've often said to people when I was trying to describe this, if I had a broken arm, people would understand what was wrong by looking at you. So I think I try and always class it the same myself.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that this game is a physical. You know, it's a physical game. You know the kind of way it's physical.
Mental
What you have
game
to
as
do.
well, though.
I know it's a mental game.
I'd say a lot of
What I'm saying
players
is that when you
have
think of players'
mental
injuries,
health issues
I
as
suppose
well.
I don't want to say too much because we're putting out a podcast, but no, look, I'll just leave it be about Stan Collymore. I won't bring up anything else.
no, I think we've done enough.
Right,
on
we'll
Stan
push him aside.
Collymore.
And so, who are we going to go? We're sticking with obviously Daniel Sturridge.
Sturridge is an alien. I
And
think.
are we going with Van Persie? And we
I
still
like
have space for one more.
Van Persie. Yeah, I'll have to go with Jules on that because
But we'll try put another one in from back in the early 90s.
I can't. I'm still thinking here. So
Can anyone pull their brains out for another left-sided striker there?
I didn't.
I thought we can have any front player. Doesn't we're not playing them.
Kuhl can still fit in there as well.
I don't want to give him the fucking. I don't even want to give him the fucking joy of getting into the team. He's a fucking.
I don't think you'd be too happy about it now, Craig. To be honest with you,
He's a fucking
Um,
prick. Any attention, he'd love it.
let me think.
He's alright. He's a good bloke.
He doesn't even have pictures of football up in his house. I'm disgusted when I heard that. He's one of these footballers that doesn't like football, apparently.
Just a
Yeah.
job. Just a job to him.
There was somebody else just mentioned
Probably
there. You
a bit
mentioned
better because he
Sturridge. You
came off
mentioned
after
Kuhl.
10 minutes
Carroll.
in the final, Champions League final, didn't he?
Carroll was
So
mentioned.
Sturridge and Carroll is in there. Is he?
Well, at the moment we just have Sturridge and Van Persie.
Sturridge, Carroll, Van Persie.
So we're happy with them.
We'll be happy
That's
with
our
Carroll.
11.
Yeah.
That's 11, folks.
We need 3 subs and a manager.
We need a couple of physios to go with that now,
Yeah.
don't we?
But Ledley King will do the physio.
Oh, well, no, we're getting your woman from Chelsea, the team doctor.
I thought.
Oh, Canero.
if you need
Eva
a
Canero.
money,
Mourinho got sacked because Canero wasn't
Can I have,
anymore. I'm sergeant him.
can I have Neville Southall in as one of the videos? I love Neville.
I'm sure you give you a good rub down there.
Yeah, I'd say he would. Like,
It's a happy ending
especially
as
if you're
well.
smeared in fucking barbecue
Yeah.
sauce or something.
Very, very against the Sun as well. You got to give him that.
Yeah,
Hates the Sun
Yes.
newspaper.
Yeah.
yeah, and he hates
He is-
Everton.
One of the best
Yeah.
goalkeepers in the league, though.
Yeah, no,
He's a self-hating
Southall-
Evertonian.
Yeah, Southall was
There's
quality.
many and many of them.
Yeah.
A true
So
bit
3
of-
subs.
Three
We did
subs,
have Redknapp. I think was one of them. We
yeah,
agreed on, didn't we?
Redknapp was a good shout there.
We did.
Yeah.
We're back for the forward line.
I'd still like to look at his appearances season on season. I think I'll do it afterwards or
No,
something.
hang on. I don't think it was. Was it Redknapp? We went with fucking Jack Wilshere. Was it not
No, we're
somebody else
talking
we were
about
debating
subs here now. So.
Yeah, but we put Wilshere in, so there's not somebody else.
No, it was Redknapp we were thinking
Redknapp
of
was the
between them.
one we were thinking of there. Yeah. And
We
he's-
go.
He's tight
He's
trousers.
a defender then, a striker for going with Redknapp.
Yeah, another defender there. If you can think of one, folks. Anyone
Has to be
anyone
more
come to
signal
mind?
defenders.
I was just thinking of
I
something
like the way you're
else.
pushing this all on us.
injured in his face
I've
all
given
the
a good
time.
couple-
Steve Bruce, he always had a broken nose, didn't he?
He played though.
His nose was constantly
Yeah,
fucked, wasn't
he played
That
in
was
fairness
like,
to him.
yeah, he was just one.
We did say
one ugly
Vermaelen,
bastard,
but I
you know.
don't know
Lucas
what he-
Radeby,
he was a tank, didn't he? Ever
always injured nearly, yeah, always.
Did I read
Always,
something?
he was always, oh, he's doubtful, and then he just disappeared. I'd have to look up his stats, but I always came under the impression that Lucas Radeby was Leeds captain, but I don't even think he turned up for the games.
Was Vermaelen injured at Arsenal? Or was it only when he went to
No, I
Barcelona?
think it was when he went to Barca.
Just when he went to Barca. I don't remember being injured at Arsenal at all.
I'm just gone back to United.
One of the
again,
weirdest injuries I ever seen was a centre half off Arsenal, and his name will come to me in a minute. They won the League Cup and the FA Cup in '93. They beat Sheffield Wednesday in both finals, and this chap went up. He was only young enough at the time. Anyway, they won the cup. They came down the steps. They lifted this young fella up, or the younger player up, to celebrate, and they dropped him and he broke his fucking arm. And I can't remember his name. If anyone, when this comes out, if anyone's listening, they can think of his name.
Yeah.
The name Andy Linnigan is in your head for some reason, but I don't think it was him.
I remember, it just reminds me of a story I heard of when Rio Ferdinand signed, I think it was at Leeds for the time, it was 18 million at the time. Most expensive
Yeah,
defender at the
18
time when he
million,
was signed. But he was always injured for his first year or two. And one of the injuries he got, I remember Dave Craig's.
Another one.
Craig's
Alan Smith.
Well, not after Rize, he was never the same after Rize smashed his foot with
Alan
that free kick.
Smith, his career just went.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
I have a good one.
He broke his ankle and his
Go on,
leg,
tell us
didn't
your
he?
story.
Well, anyways, the story is, but Ferdinand was always getting injured, and he came home from training one night, and David O'Leary was losing the head at the time. But he put his feet up on the sofa, put his leg up on the coffee table, and tweaked his hammer, and was out for I think a month at the time. It was one of the funniest injuries I've heard.
What was his name? Your man that played for fucking Valencia that ran over himself with his fucking car. Ever Banega.
Was it Banega?
Ran over himself with his car.
Wasn't there somebody that fucking slipped on the remote or something at home and done their fucking ankle as well? There's been all sorts of weird stuff. Seth Johnson. You remember he signed for Leeds and he just never played.
That name does ring a bell, yeah.
The left back.
7 million from Derby at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the story was that he went into at the time Risdale was running Leeds. And Seth Johnson said, no, this is where I'm going.
Very bad.
Seth Johnson's agent goes into a meeting. Yeah, and he obviously signed the player. And he goes in and he says, if I can get 20 grand over, I'll be happy. 20 grand a week at the time. And he goes in and sits down and Leeds offer him 30. And he says, we'll have to think about it. The agent says, so Ridsdale just clean out offers him 50 grand a week.
Oh, that just summed up the league.
But apparently fucking they had a big massive fish tank at Ellen Road as well, and there was £1 million worth of fish in the fucking fish tank. So mentally were.
But he went into debt.
Yeah. I put Seth Johnson down as well. He might be a
Smudge. So we're going for Alan Smith. I have to have him in as a forward.
Was he that injured though?
He fucking was. His career once he went to United was just.
Was that just after the leg break?
Like, think about it. He was still playing football up until last year, lads.
Yeah,
much lower down the leagues.
Yeah, but
he's only about the same age as me, so he's only about 35.
I think it was just one big injury that done him. I'm thinking of fellas that are just constantly out and come back and they're gone again. That kind of.
Who's been on the?
I'm not thinking of another Irish one.
Go
Darren
on.
Gibson.
Was he always injured?
From Man United and for Everton as well.
Did his knees a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's not a bad show actually. Who have we got in midfield?
But he's still playing, isn't he? His career isn't.
Well, it's over. He's at Sunderland, I think.
Yeah, that's it. He's fucked.
Fair enough. We don't unless you include Alan Smith as a midfielder. We don't have a substitute.
Well, we went Jamie Redknapp, didn't we, as a midfielder?
Oh, I suppose Redknapp as well. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah.
So Redknapp.
You went with the defender. What was his name?
Seth Johnson.
Well, that's the wrap then, really, because we have
Who are we gonna go as sub goalkeeper? You could fucking.
Yeah, we have a sub keeper as well. Fuck it, go on.
Who's the three subs?
So the three subs is Alan Smith, Seth Johnson, Jamie Redknapp, and you mentioned Neville South.
I just love
Neville. Yeah, just put him in there.
I just want him to be part of it.
Honorary member.
He's the goalkeeping coach or something.
Can you put him down as the treasurer?
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust that cunt with the money.
I know, but look, he's not going to fucking run very far now. I've seen him.
So who's the backup keeper then?
Backup keeper.
A backup keeper.
That could be a tricky one now.
God, yeah, that is a fucking tricky one.
Surely there's been some sick now keepers, apart from Kirkland.
Kirkland was the first one. Well,
he's that big. Could we just cut him in half and then put one half on the bench?
No, I'm trying to think now. Some goalkeeper probably stumped me because I just thought
We
Kirkland.
just
straight
have
away,
Adam
and then-
Bogdan just because he's a fucking.
No, you
lunatic.
can't just have Adam Bogdan because he's a fucking Egypt.
he was on Instagram today saying another day's training done at Melbourne.
You know their fucking ways robbed.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like someone that's on holidays and he's just trying to get as many posts in as they are before
Do you
they go
know,
home.
it
Right?
reminds
Because
me
he won't be there.
A young lad
Nah.
that collected enough packet of potatoes and won a competition.
Yeah, that's what he is
to be
like.
a Liverpool player.
Fuck's sake, I don't know how. Like, I think he made one save in a cup game against us and he fucking got it. We bought him.
Pure Peter Risdale stuff there,
Well,
wasn't
I
it?
can't think of
Sign him
any-
up.
The game against Watford. as
Sub-keeper
well, was
for
it?
Bolton or something, never played all season, played against us in the Cup, and that's it, we're signing him up then. I
Exactly.
thought that was a piss take when I seen that transfer gone round. Bogdan, oh my. And you see Chelsea going and buying, like, fucking, what's his name, as their backup keeper at the time, from fucking Stoke.
Begovic.
Begovic, yeah.
They had Mark Schwarzer in there. Did he at that time?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They've
it was
had
Mark
some
Schwarzer.
decent backup keepers.
And then we go and get fucking your man
Bogdan.
Adam fucking
Ed
Bogdan,
Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
I can't-
yeah.
I
And then not only
genuinely-
that, but we bring in, what's his fucking name then? Your man, I can't even think of his name, that's at the club at the minute.
Manninger.
Yeah, Alex.
Do you remember?
He's gone now.
Do you remember a little before the back now? Diego Cavalieri.
Yeah.
That's right, he got sent
He
off.
got
didn't
booted out, didn't he? Was
No,
no,
that
it
was-
was the other lad,
that
the
was
snicker.
Akanji, wasn't it?
Inagi or
Charles
Was
Akanji,
that,
yeah.
was that him that got sent off against Blackburn?
That's
When
him,
we,
I think.
we beat them with 2-1, was it?
2-1 Andy Carroll.
Andy
Yeah,
Carroll,
Andy Carroll
yeah.
scored the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
Well,
any
it's-
closer to this keeper?
No,
No.
do you know what? There is one there. I know there's one there, but I just can't think of one. There's definitely one there. You know where you see him and he's fucking so much promise and never happened for him. You know the sort of fucking thing. But I can't
Just
think
pick
of it.
any English
Nicky
keeper
from
there.
Westlife. He was a goalkeeper for Leeds.
No one else
I
spring to mind.
can't. Do we have to have a fucking sub goalkeeper?
Oh, no, we said 3 subs. Fuck it, we'll just give a pass. We need a gaffer though.
We need a gaffer.
It's Harry Redknapp because Harry Redknapp left QPR pretending his knees were hurting him, and I'm fucking all over that.
That's it. That was
You know,
a good
no,
shout.
there was nothing about them being 19th in the table and being absolutely shocking. Look, my knees are at me. I have to go. Like you
Yeah.
know.
Join the rivals then.
Yeah,
months later.
it's Harry Redknapp.
And he's been known as a wheeler and dealer, hasn't he?
Yeah, and like,
And his dog has bank accounts.
yeah, he's been
Exactly.
playing his dog on fraud. He left the club because his knees were hurting him, and there was nothing to do with thing. And look, he does interviews over car windows, and he says terrific a lot. So he's definitely the fucking manager. He'd see what I
Anytime he
mean.
comes up though, and you just see the right Nico, Defoe, we're getting
Yeah.
the team back together. Like,
Yeah.
Crancher there
Yeah.
as well.
His
Yeah,
missus must have
Crancher.
been not the worst looking though, because like Jamie Redknapp was like one of the best looking footballers around, isn't he?
I've never seen a young picture of Harry Redknapp.
How
have you?
did he
you
squeeze
look
that
at
out of
Jamie
his mustache?
Redknapp,
Like,
you look at Jamie
you get
Redknapp
Jamie
and Louise
Redknapp
and
out
just
there.
think,
The
Jesus, they
missus-
must have produced some children.
Yeah.
Jamie
the
Redknapp and
missus
Louise.
must have been nice. She was
must
definitely
have
after his bank account.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'd say
Sure.
She couldn't find his fucking bank account.
Although when I
Yeah.
think about it, the footballers didn't make a lot of money back then, did they?
He was pulling. Did you not? What program was I listening to? It was the one
Barry Fry on the
Barry
Magic
Fry
Sponge.
talking about.
Here we
Harry
go, the
Redknapp.
Magic
That
Sponge
was-
again. Every pod we do the Magic Sponge. It's an amazing podcast.
That story was absolutely. Barry Fry thought he's been a smart fucker. Like that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
That was
no,
brilliant.
Anyone listen, Magic Sponge, get on it.
Is he the only person to own the club and manage it at the same time? Remember it for Peterborough, wasn't it? He was the
Yeah,
owner.
he
and
was
manager.
the owner. I don't know if it was, did he manage
And
it? I
he's
remember him
running
going
down the
up.
sideline.
Yeah.
Your man Dara, what's his name by that? The Irish fella,
Yeah, I can't remember.
Dara McAndrew or Dara
Something like that,
Who
yeah.
was that for now?
Peterborough. He bought
But anyway,
Peterborough.
we're going with
Was
them.
it?
We're going with.
We'll go with good old terrific Harry then.
Yeah.
as a
So call us
manager.
out to finish
So,
the article.
this
That
one
was
is
terrific.
it's definitely box to box midfielders here, or coffin to coffin, whatever way you look at it. So it's Harry Redknapp, Chris Kirkland, Tony Hibbett, Company, King, and Aurelio, and then we have a wonderful, powerful mid trio: Anderson, Diaby, and Wiltshire. And then to bang some goals, we have Sturridge, Van Persie, and Andy Carroll. And then on the Magic Sponge bench, we have Seth Johnson, Alan Smith, and good old beautiful Jamie Redknapp.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just thinking as I was reading it out. That's pretty decent.
That's
to
a
be fair.
pretty brilliant.
Yeah, we're ringing the referee the night before and saying, listen, we can't show up.
Well, exactly, yeah.
I
So-
think Harry Redknapp would have picked Jamie on his team, though, wouldn't he? He would have picked his son on the start.
But you see, he would have been injured.
We
with
wouldn't
it.
pay him a high enough wage though. He'd send them off somewhere else. You get a better wage because we're miserable bastards.
Yeah, but he probably needs, he probably has Jamie just kneeling down in front of him so he can put his legs straight so his knees aren't bent
Yeah.
on the bench.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a team to give physios nightmares all around the world and health insurance companies.
Definitely.
You're never getting insured on them
No,
boys.
we'll go away.
You
So
definitely need Eva Canero in there to give them a few massages, wouldn't you?
Oh, she would, yeah.
But she doesn't even know how to do her job properly.
she'd definitely be spent.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Mourinho nearly got Chelsea relegated after she left.
He did, yeah. Well, to put it this way, good old Harry wouldn't be able to call her off the pitch because those players would be down on the heap the whole time.
Yeah.
So that's a wrap for tonight, folks. I'd like to thank Craig, Gav, and Steve. Hope you all enjoyed. It was a good bit of fun. And anyone else, any shouts? Anyone? I'm sure there's someone obvious that we might have missed. Just give us a shout. Give us some abuse on Twitter, online, and we'll go from there. And we'll talk to you all soon, folks.